Welcome to Snoozer's Storytime Adventures. What's up, Snoozer? How are you?
Well, I am very excited!
And why is that, Snoozer?
Well, because we are going to read a book today, and I think we are going to do a craft too!
Yes, we're going to do both of those things, and we're going to sing a song.
Woohoo!
Well, the story we're reading today is actually by a famous poet called Emily Dickinson.
What is a poet, Mrs. Hamilton?
Poet is someone that writes rhymes, which are sometimes called poems. Sometimes they rhyme, sometimes they don't, but they always kind of have like a beat to them, and they usually have a special message.
Ooh, wow! I want to see this book.
All right, so this is one of her poems that was put into a picture book. And it's called Hope is the Thing with Feathers. And what do you think the thing is going to be represented with feathers here?
That looks like it is a bird!
Yes, so we'll see how Emily Dickinson talks about hope using a bird. All right, and there it is. And I see a lot of music notes here. So it looks like that bird is singing just like I love to do.
It looks like Music Mountains!
You're right. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul. So it sits right there in your soul and sings the tune without the words. Singing, singing, singing without any words. And never stops at all. So if you really hope for something, Snoozer, it doesn't really stop. It keeps going. And sweetest in the gale is heard. Do you know what gale is?
No, I don't.
Gale is a storm. So it looks like there's a storm, but it says, and sweetest in the gale is heard. So that bird keeps singing even in the darkest of times. And sore must be the storm.
Is the bird sleeping?
It looks like he's resting. So, and sore must be the storm. Sore means pretty terrible. Must be a pretty terrible storm that can abash the little bird. Is that bird still singing, Snoozer?
Yes, because I see the musical notes.
That's right. In every page you see that the bird is still singing, even after that horrible storm that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity. It asked a crumb of me. And that means, Snoozer, even at the farthest point, it never asked anything of this little girl. So she must really, really hope. And if you think about that bird sang through all the ups and downs and far places and low places, but it never stopped singing and it never asked for anything back.
That is nice.
It is nice. So on the back here, it says the poem again. I'm just going to read the poem without stopping so you can hear it now that we know what all the words mean. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me.
I like it both ways, but I think I like the book version a little bit more because I like the pictures.
Yes, and the pictures help you understand the rhyme and just how special that little bird is, which actually represents hope. So if you really hope for something, just know that it will come, even when you're feeling really, really bad or very sad or having a really bad day. If you keep on hoping, just think of that bird singing and never asking for anything in return.
Mrs. Hamilton, isn't love like that too?
Oh, that's such a good thought, Snoozer. Yes, I think love is just like that. When we have the love of someone, like the love of a teacher or a mom or a dad or a family member, that love is always there during the hard times, during the sad times, during the happy times too. It's just perched right there in your soul and you can always feel it. And love doesn't ask for anything in return either.
Do you think I am smart because I thought of that?
I really think you are, Snoozer. Yes.
Yay!
Now that you brought up love, it reminded me of a song that I love to sing about love.
Can we hear it?
Yes, it's a fun song called Skiddle-ma-rink-a-dink-a-dink.
That is funny!
And Snoozer, before we sing it, there's one important part you need to be able to do. Well, you'll have to watch me, but you're going to take this hand and put it to this elbow, and then you just switch. Switch, switch.
I can go switch, switch.
Very good, Snoozer.
Skiddle-ma-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddle-ma-rink-a-doo. I love you. Skiddle-ma-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddle-ma-rink-a-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Oh, skiddle-ma-rink-a-dink-a-dink, skiddle-ma-rink-a-doo. I love you, yes I do. I love you, boop-doop-dee-doo, yeah.
Well, Snoozer, I think we're going to make a great craft today.
That is going to be a bird?
It's going to be a bird. It's going to look like this. And what does it remind you of?
The bird from the story!
Yes. All right, so we need this sheet here. We're going to cut out the pictures and get that bird all put together. Okay.
Now it is like a puzzle.
Yes, it is. But what did I do with that beak? Oh, here it is. Okay. Not too hard of a puzzle. Now, if you want, you can fold this piece over so your wing sticks up a little. I think I'm going to do that. What do you think?
Now we can flap!
That's right. And then we're going to put this on the back. Can't have a bird without a beak. Okay. And then you can add details if you want. I'm going to make 2 eyes. You might want to make 1. Depends. Let me try my blackbird. And then I made some lines. But you don't have to do that. And I'm sure there's many other artists out there that are far better than Mrs. Hamilton that could do an even nicer job. But we do have a reminder of that bird that never stops singing, even in the hardest of times, because hope and love is something that's always there.
I love it, Mrs. Hamilton!
Well, thank you, Snoozer. I had a great time, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye!